Alright, so this is the first in a short series of videos where I will be showing you how to play the song Make It by Aerosmith. In this video I'm going to cover the intro, the first and second verse, as well as the first and second chorus. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is make sure that our guitars are in drop D tuning. For those of you that don't know what that is, drop D tuning is where you take a guitar that's in standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E, and you drop the sixth string or the low E string down a whole step so that it rings out as a D note. Alright, so I'm in drop D already. Alright, the chords in the intro. You're going to play an A5, you're going to have a C major, D major, and an F major. For the most part, the major chords are going to have their roots on the fifth string, the A string. The A5 is basically just two notes. It's the root of the A major and the fifth of the A major. So it's going to be an A and a fifth, and that fifth is the E note. That's going to be played with the root on the sixth string, which is your D string now. And we're going to find that at the 7th fret. And that's these two notes. That's an A and an E. Normally, in standard tuning, this would be a B chord right here. It'd be something like that, but the guitar is tuned down a whole step, so your A note's going to be right here. So you're going to have an A5 at some point. There's going to be a A5 sharp. There's also going to be a place where you're going to be playing a G5 and then back to an A5. So yeah, that's the chords for the intro. Alright, so the way that you play the intro is you're going to start out with that A5 chord at the 7th fret. You're going to move up to C major chord with the root on the A string or the 5th string. I'm going to move to a D major. I'm going to move to a F major. And then that A5 sharp. You're going to play that 3 times. Let's just take a look at those chords real quick. So the C major, you have a root on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Take your 3rd finger, bar that over the 4th and the 3rd, as well as the 2nd string at the 5th fret. And you're going to hold that shape for the D major, which is at the 5th fret, and the F at the 8th fret. I think finger positioning is kind of important here. I play that A5 with my middle finger. And the reason that I do that is because it's sort of, I can get my 1st and my 3rd finger kind of in position and ready to just go right there to the C. And the same for that A sharp 5th, I play that with my 3rd finger so that I can easily switch to my 2nd finger at the A5. So that's the intro of the song. That's the first part of the intro. You play that 3 times, and then you're going to go and you're going to play your G fifth, and we're going to be moving that to an A fifth. And the G fifth is being played along with this E right here at the 7th fret. Almost like a blues shuffle. So that takes us into the chorus. Let's look at that real quick. So like I said, it's a G5. Your G is at the 5th fret. Normally that would be an A note, but we're dropped down to D, so it's a G. And you play in the 5th of G, which is a D. So I'll just play this slow and just listen to how that is played out. Play it one more time. And then you slide down to the A fifth. Then we're going to go into the chorus after that. So I'll just play that one more time real slow. When I'm playing that, I'm just kind of hammering on to that note right there. So up here, it's I'm hammering on to the E at the 7th fret. Down here, it's at the 9th fret, and that's an F sharp. And that takes us into the verse. So in the verse, we have an F major, an E major, and a D major. And those are all, again, they're going to be played in the same shape that I showed you for the intro, with root note on the 5th string, and then your 3rd finger barring over the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So you have an F major at the 8th fret, E major at the 7th fret, D major at the 5th fret. So going into the chorus, it's played like this. So you play that phrase twice, and then you go back the other way with D major. So you play D major, E major, F major. Then you go back and you play the F major, E major, D major. And that's the first verse. Now, after you play that, we go into the chorus. And the chorus starts with a quick slide. So you'll take your middle finger and just put it down here around the 6th fret. And then I slide down to about the 15th fret. You slide down and then up, maybe let up around the 5th or the 3rd fret. It doesn't really need to be super exact. So that's the chorus. So that starts off with that slide. In the chorus, we have a D5, an F5, F5 sharp, G5, A5 sharp, C5, a D5, and it ends off with G5, A5, and an A5 sharp. So those are all fifth chords. They're all just going to be played on the two notes on the sixth and the fifth string. So after that slide, you're going to play the sixth and the fifth string open a couple of times. So 2 times, kind of a down up with the pick. Then you're going to put your finger on the 3rd fret, which is going to be an F5. Then you have F5 sharp, and then G5. There's a little kind of just a pick up and down without really picking a note that comes after that phrase. After that little pick, you go down here to the A5 sharp, which is at the 8th fret. Play that down and up. Then you play a C5 at the 10th fret, and then a D5 at the 12th fret. I'll play that real slow. So that plays 3 times. So after you play that 3 times, you play the beginning again. And you're going to end by playing a G5, an A5, and an A5 sharp. So when I play that, I play the F5, F5 sharp, the G5, and then while I'm holding that down and the notes ringing out, I bring my first finger down here and switch that out. So the notes are still ringing. And then I use my 3rd and 4th fingers to play the A5 and the A5 sharp. So that's how that phrase ends. And then we go back into the 2nd verse. Rings out. And the 2nd verse is played exactly the same way as the 1st verse. The 2nd chorus is played exactly the same as the 1st chorus with one exception, and that's at the end, that part where you go. So at the end of the 2nd chorus, you're going to play those same notes, those same chords, only they put a pause in between the playing of the G5. So first chorus ends like this. And then that rings out. The 2nd chorus ends like this. So same notes, same chords, it's just that there's a pause that they slip in there. All right, so that covers the intro, the 1st and 2nd verse, and the 1st and 2nd chorus. In part 2 of this series, I'll take a look at the bridge of the song. I plan to have that uploaded next week, so please hit the subscribe button so that you get a notification when that one comes up. Also, before we wrap up, I'm going to show you a website that I use when I'm learning songs. So this is a free time stretcher. It's at onlinetonegenerator.com. Of course, I'll leave a link below so that you've got easy access to this site. And what this site does is it allows you to slow down audio files without changing the pitch. So you can upload your MP3 in here, and then you can slow it down. That's how I learned the song "Make It." When I first started learning it, it was too fast for me to play, so I first slowed it down to about 50%. Practiced until I got it to where I could play at 50%, and then I like to increase by 5%. A lot of times what will happen is I'll take a chunk of a song, I'll slow it down to 50 or 60%, and then once I get that down, I'll bump it up to 65, bump it up to 70, and usually I can bump up from like 70 up to 90 pretty quick. But this is a really, really useful resource for learning music. Yeah, you've got the tempo bar down here that you can move back and forth. And let's go ahead and upload. You just press that button. Got my MP3 ready. And I don't believe you're going to be able to hear any volume on this. Yeah, so that's this site. I highly recommend it. It's been really, really great for my guitar playing. It's been really great for learning music. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll be back next week with another one. All right, thanks again.